Hello and welcome back to our final segment of GU This Week. I'm Allie Houlihan. Every Gonzaga This Week, we sit down with one person from the Gonzaga community who is making a difference. This week, Andrew Bailey is interviewing someone who is having a huge impact on GU's music scene.
My guest tonight is a sophomore musician here at Gonzaga who has been working tirelessly to try and cultivate a functioning music scene where artists can record and distribute their original works throughout the GU community. Matt Friedman, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, if we get these recording classes, what's going to happen? What's it going to mean to me, the average Gonzaga musician?
I think that Gonzaga has a pretty large base of musicians who aren't involved in the music major, but still, love to play, want to get their music out there. And I think having a recording arts class that's accessible to all kinds of different students, engineers, music majors, anything, I think that's going to provide a lot of collaboration between the departments, and getting this music out there to all kinds of students will, I think, foster our growing music scene here.
Very cool. And what steps can we take to either help you, or what steps are you taking to make that a reality?
Well, about a month ago, I was working on a petition out in front of Crosby just to see who's interested, because I've been talking to a lot of different department heads right now, and they just want to see how many students are actually interested before we move ahead and talk to the academic vice president and eventually the dean and the president. So if you're interested, I'd love to talk to you and hopefully get you to sign a petition. But at the very least, I just want to get the word out there.
Very cool. Now, now you said departments you're talking to hopefully make this happen and this collaboration work out. Which departments have you talked to, and which ones are willing to help? In what way?
So far, I've talked to the theater department, because initially when I came to Gonzaga, that's kind of where I found my niche. And Kathleen Jeffs, who's now the head of the department, has been very, very supportive of me the whole time, and I'm really grateful to her. So I've been mostly in contact with her. I've been trying to get a hold of the music department without much success so far, but I'm going to keep pushing for it, and hopefully I'm going to be meeting with Dan Garrity soon to talk and see how these recording arts classes can benefit the broadcasting department.
Very cool. Now, I, as a broadcasting major, of course, the first thing I'm going to ask is, how can that help us? How can that help me?
I think there's a lot of opportunity for students who have different focuses to collaborate in these recording arts classes. I know you're a video guy, and I think a lot of these musicians would really love someone who's willing to come out to their shows, get some good footage of them so they can promote themselves a little more through Facebook, through Vimeo, all kinds of different mediums. I know that Webstar and the Hangovers have collaborated with the broadcasting department a bit, and they have a really cool video up right now on Vimeo, and I think it's a great way to get your name out there.
Very cool. And you talk about getting your name out there, and for distribution, these people want video, they want something they can show themselves with or promote themselves with. Now, do you think that's a big part of this, stimulating the Gonzaga's music scene?
I think so, but I don't think it's the most important part. Right now, I just want to get students talking to each other, and I want to get the awareness out there. Because there's so many musicians here and so many talented musicians that people just don't really know about because there's no outlet for them. So I think through these recording arts classes, they'll hopefully be able to have an outlet, and putting their videos up on Facebook is just another means to show other students what they're capable of. So
with your ideal result of this campaign, what do you see? What does Gonzaga look like?
Right now, my ideal would be a 3-class schedule. So you'd start out with a class that's basically the fundamentals of sound. And I'd hope that this class could be accessible to all different majors. I know there's a lot of engineers actually who are interested in the idea, because as a civil engineer you need to have a decent knowledge of acoustics. And this class would give you the necessary knowledge to move forward into 2 different 200 level classes, one which would be voiceover and Foley art, and the other which would be musical recording and production. So that's my ideal vision. Well,
now this ideal vision is very elaborate. Now, would that come as a major or a minor, or just classes on the side that Gonzaga would offer, much like yoga?
Right now, I think Gonzaga is not quite prepared to add a new major. There's a lot of colleges across the country right now, Loyola Marymount being one of the more prominent, that have a well-established recording arts programs. But it's a really big investment. We'd probably need a new building, or at least a new addition to one of the existing buildings, and we need to invest in a lot of equipment. So I think right now what I'm looking at is just adding a couple classes, but I'm trying to focus in on what department this could fit into most easily.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, Matt Friedman.
Thank you.
That's all we have for tonight. The final edition of Gonzaga This Week for fall 2013. Good night and good luck. Back to you, Allie.
Thanks, Andy and Matt. That's all we have time for tonight on our final edition of Gonzaga This Week for the fall 2013 semester. Tune in next Monday for GUTV's sports show, The Doghouse, hosted by Brenna Green and Nick Winstead. We'll be going more in depth on a successful fall campaign for Gonzaga sports, as well as delving into the basketball team's performance so far in the season. Thank you for watching. I'm Allie Houlihan. Have a great night.